So we're in the Craft and Design Gallery at the Walker Art Gallery for this new exhibition about cross-dressing, which is, as far as I'm aware, the first of its kind in the UK. And the exhibition features 16 outfits from the collection of a local man, Peter Farrer, who is now nearly 90 years old, but he's been cross-dressing since he was 14, back in the 1930s. So he's somebody who has always had a lifelong interest in costume. He was a member of an historic costume society, and that was what really sparked his interest in the first instance. So he has this huge collection now. He's been collecting for so long. It's quite a massive collection, which we've been privileged enough to have access to, and which we are featuring here in this display between Hometopia, running at the moment. It's a fantastic collection. It falls into two parts, and that's because we have vintage clothes and we have clothes that were made for Peter to wear. The vintage things he collected over 30 or more years, and they're things that he particularly likes. His particular interest is in taffeta fabric, but he also likes silk satin. He enjoys looking at the fabric, he likes the design and so on. But from about 2000 onwards, he was having clothes made for him to wear at home as well, in private. He's never gone out cross-dressed. And you can see him here, dressed in one of his outfits. And you can read his biography here as well. You can see a bit more about his life and why he's been collecting these things and what his interests are. Well, the exhibition's only been open just over a week, but already we've had a very positive kind of feedback from our audience. And we did a talk yesterday, I did a talk on the gallery yesterday. We had people from all age groups and they were all interested, and the general overall consensus has been, in the first instance, just how beautiful the garments are from both parts of his collection, that they're very attractive things to look at. And then it kind of dawns on people that some of these things were made to be worn by a man, they're not just all women's clothes. So it's a very positive response we've had. We're very glad to hear that, you know, people are genuinely enjoying the exhibition. Two particular pieces I think we should look at are this one, which is one of the more simple styles that Peter has obviously collected in a number of different examples. And if you thought about this as a woman's size dress, it's certainly the kind of thing that any women I know could wear today and would want to as well. It's a very simple, classic style in a silk satin. In fact, I think this one's a rayon satin, it's a synthetic satin. But that's the thing for him. He likes the swish of the fabric, the feel of it on his legs and so on. So it's a simple, classic style, which we could wear today if it were in our size. In contrast, something like this, which is also very much his taste. It's completely different, but it does say something to you about where his historic interests lie, because the blouse is very much based on the style of blouses that were around in the 1830s and then in the 1890s, leg and mutton style, and the skirt, which is a very obviously big volume in the skirt. That's exactly the kind of thing that was around in the 1850s. So this kind of garment, which is not the kind of thing that most women would want to wear today, is referencing his interest and taste for historic dress. The other side of Peter's collection, apart from the things he's had made for himself to wear, are the garments which he's collected from a vintage background. So two examples which I think are outstanding. One is this fantastic blue garment with these incredible crystally beads, bugle beads and sequins from the 1950s. We don't know the designer of this particular dress. It's about 1950 to 55, and it's not something that Peter could actually fit into, although he would have liked to have worn it himself, but obviously it's too small for a man. And then this one, which is a fantastic designer-made dress by the French design house Paquin. This would have been a very expensive dress when it was first made in the 50s again. And it's typical of the really high quality things that Peter has in his vintage collection. So it's a great snapshot of fashion from the last 50 years or more actually, as well as the fact that he's had some of them made for actual wearing himself. So during the run of the exhibition we do have a couple of events. There's a talk on gallery by myself on Tuesday the 1st of December, which is National AIDS Day. So I'll be looking at the collection and talking about Peter's collection. We'll also have a guest speaker on the 21st of November, Phil Sayers, who is a performance artist, and he'll be talking about his work using cross-dressing as part of his interpretation of paintings and in his broader work generally. So you can find information about that on the Homotopia website and on NML's own website as well. Our visitors will be from all different backgrounds. We hope that people who do cross-dress will come and see it, but equally we think it will be an interesting one for our general visitors as well.